Hey there YouTube, Thatsa here, and today I'm going to be bringing you an OU battle I played against Miep on Pokemon Showdown. This is the rain team I'm working on. I made it with my friend Sean. It works around baton pass solo being and passing off to Latios or Keldeo, who are pretty much mixed sweepers. So without any further explanation of my team, let's get into the battle. As usual, I'm going to lead with my Latios because it's my favorite lead in the game, and he's going to lead up with his Breloom, which I expected him to lead with because he's trying to counter my Politoed. So he does not want to fight Latios, that's a no-go for him. So he's going to go to his Espeon, and on the swap, I'm going to pop a Substitute, because that's what I always do. It would block Spore, and it just works against every Pokemon in the game. So he's going to pop a Calm Mind, and that's not good. I don't like Calm Minds. Calm Minds are pretty strong, especially against Ice Beams. But I still do a good chunk of HP, about 26%. And I get my lefties going, so right now I say I'm in a pretty good spot until I eat that Psychic, because that was a pretty strong Psychic. I can't really gauge how much it did because I had the sub, but I know it did well over 25%. So I'm expecting him to baton pass here, to maybe Slowking or something, but I'm like, might as well try and get the freeze, right? That's a good plan. He decides to stay in and Psychic me again. You notice we're pretty much having speed ties. He was faster twice, and this time I was faster, so that means he probably has HP Fire. He decides to stay in again, and I go first, luckily, and I Ice Beam him. So, right off the bat, I'm up 1-0, and that Espeon was a major threat. Now I can start using all my Toxics and stuff like that, so that's good. He's going to come out with his Latios, and I don't want any part of that. I'm out of here. It is time for Blissey, because Blissey walls off the Draco Meteors all day. As you see, Draco Meteor comes, it only does about 34%, and it cuts a special attack, so now I don't need to be afraid of Psyshocks. Which means I get a free swap, I get a free Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, whatever I choose. So he decides he's going to recall, he doesn't want any part of Blissey, and I decide that since he doesn't really have any Steel types or anything like that, I can set up my Rain. I can go to Politoed, set up my Drizzle, and I can just scald this Miltank down into the ground, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to scald the Miltank, I'm going to burn the Miltank, and he's going to pop out a Thunder Wave, which Miltanks usually carry. That's a lower tier Pokemon, but it doesn't mean it's not good. It was really strong in Gen 4, and it's just as strong in Gen 5. Especially, I think it gets Sap Sipper too, that's really good. So he's going to Thunder Wave and then Stealth Rocks, the complete Miltank combo, and he's just going to keep eating these Scalds all day. Alright, so he procs his lefties, takes the burn damage, and he's going to Body Slam me. Does about 17%, you know. I think his last move's probably Milk Drink, but at this point he's just trying to get damage. You know, I'd do the same thing if I were him. There's not much I can do. I'm just going to stay in because I don't want him Milk Drinking. I'm just spamming Scald, hoping to get the Scald to... I don't want him Milk Drinking, you know, because I want this Miltank dead before he could use Heal Bell. If he even had it. He probably would have used it if he had it. So I'm up 6-4, I'm looking pretty good, and I decide that I'm going to stay in against this Breloom. He tries to Spore, expecting me to switch because I should have switched, but a Paralyzed Scarf Politoed's pretty useless, and I really wanted the burn there. I really wanted that burn. So he decides to Swords Dance set up again, and I'm like, well, if you're going to stay in, I'll just kill you. But I'm not going to kill him because I'm paralyzed, and now things aren't looking too hot. You know, he's going to one-shot me with the Bullet Seed, and pretty much anything I send out is going to get pooped on by this Breloom. So I said, Latios won't get pooped on by Breloom. Latios is strong. Latios is a former Uber. Latios gets Fighting Gem Mach Punched into the ground. And that's a truth strength of Breloom. I should have known that he wasn't sashed when he wouldn't fight my Latios. Remember, he swapped at the beginning of the game because Fighting Gem Breloom can't do anything. So he decides to stay in against my Keldeo and Mach Punch me when I Icy Wind him. So right there, you know, I mean, Breloom's dead. Now I can really use my Vaporeon. That's what I want to use. I want to use Vaporeon. So he comes out with Latios, the obvious Choice Scarf Latios, and I'm like, fine, if you're going to be so Choice Scarfed, I'll just recall, go out to Vaporeon. And I go right into Thunder, which is no bueno. He's going to get the Para, and luckily my Hydration cures it. Now, a little known fact, I guess, this guy, he's like, hydration? What? I can't believe it. I guess some people actually do think that it might be water absorbed, you know. You never know. I could have water absorbed. It doesn't sound like a terrible idea, but I like my hydration. And since he's Choice Scarfed, I'm going to go in my Celebi, because I have Natural Cure in case he gets another Para, and I'm forcing him to switch into the Slowking. Not really forcing to switch into Slow King, but I'm forcing him to switch into something, and I'm getting a free nasty pot on the swap. So it's going to be Slow King versus Celebi. Not a matchup I'd like to fight if I were him, but whatever, you know, to each his own. And I'm going to Giga Drain him. He's going to do another Thunder Wave. His team's full of Thunder Waves, and that's really annoying, but I have Natural Cure, so it's not that big a deal if I wanted to swap. You know, right there, like right here, I try to Baton Pass. And I'm like, you know what, if he's not going to swap, I might as well just stay in. He's probably just going to like surf me again or something. There's the surf, does about 30%, and there's the Giga Drain. Because I'm like, I might as well kill this guy. He has Regenerator. It's going to be a pain to kill him late game. So he's going to go down, and it's 4-2. It's a Choice Scarf, Latios, and a Mind Shell left. Now, some might think I made a mistake here, but I don't think I did. He's going to fake me out. He's going to crit, you know, because Mind Shell's pretty lucky. Obviously he has a Life Orb, so that means he's a standard Mind Shell, and I'm paralyzed even though I would have been flinched. And right here, he's going to go for the U-turn. Now, I could have switched. I could have just hard switched out to whatever I wanted to, but I'd rather make his Latios come out, and pretty much me get to pick what I want to fight with the Latios head on. Because if I would have switched like Blissey or something, he would have got U-turn damage on it, and that just would have hurt. And if he would have like tried to fake me out, and like, not fake out, but like try to mind game me and close combat me, I wouldn't have liked that at all. So he's going to come out, he's going to use Thunder again, seeing as I have 2 water types, you know, it's not that bad of an idea. And I'm going to Thunder him back, we're having the Thunder Battle of Men, you know. So, I have leftovers, he has a Choice Scarf, so I'm probably going to win this one, but he's continuing the Thunder. Gotta get that Para. Para is the most important thing in the game. Too bad for him he doesn't have Serene Grace like me, because Serene Grace Blissey is what it's all about. It's the best Pokemon in the game, by far. So I'm going to Soft Boiled, and he decides to stay in. There's another Thunder. He really wants that Para. I guess I could have swapped there, but I might as well. I could just Soft Boiled out. Like, I'm pretty sure an Ice Beam will take this guy out. So he decides to swap it back, sending out the Mind Shell. And Mind Shell is going to eat an Ice Beam. Remember, Ice Beam, best move in the game. 100% freeze every time. You know, it's right there, the 100% freeze. There you go. He's like 20%, and he's like, yeah, that's where he quit right there. So, that was pretty much the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.